because my intense sex.
Tak, konnichiwa minasa, já vás vítám u dnešního streamu a všechny vás tu vítám zde příchozí a hlavně lidí ze záznamu, protože většina z vás se bude asi dívat ze záznamu na video a zároveň teďka, když to streamuju, samozřejmě stream, kde se podíváme na připravovanou verzi do hry Genshin Impact updateu 3.6 a jedná se opět o special program. Většina z vás ho viděla už na Twitchi nebo na YouTube, píše mi to tady před 3 hodinama, takže já jsem to neviděl, vím samozřejmě, líkům neuniknete, hlavně na TikToku a tak, takže já už něco vím, já si sednu takhle, to bude lepší, protože ta kamera se mi furt točí tež. A nějaké líky vím, samozřejmě postavy nové byly oznámeny, reruny už asi, které byly líknuté, nebo se spekulovalo, plus podle obrázků, které jste mohli vidět na náhledu mojí tohoto videa a streamu, tak tam byla třeba Nahida a další postavy Ahatum, který byl vlastně na začátku roku, tak asi ne, ale Nahida a čínský nebo asijský ten obrázek toho special programu, toho videa a toho streamu, tam myslím měl Skaramouše a tak další postavy, takže pokud víte, pokud jste to už viděli, tak samozřejmě spíš vás bude asi třeba více nebo tak, pokud jste to viděli, v pořádku, nemusíte se dál dívat, ale pokud některé z vás zajímá, co si o tím já myslím, o tím updateu, budu k tomu něco říkat, pauzovat to a tak dále. Samozřejmě budou opět 3 kody do Genshinu, takže 300 primogemů, které jsou platné, pokud se nepletu, do sobotní noci, do 12 hodin do soboty. No a já si myslím, že to nebudeme zdržovat. Zdravím všech příchozí, čau Kene a vrhneme se do toho. Celkově, abych řekl, já se na ten update vůbec netěším, nebo nic mě tam neláká, kromě toho, že se rozšíří mapa, ten svět, tak OK, ale co se týče nových postav, ať už bajzovat, nové 5, nebo té 4, která jak se teď jmenuje, tak to mě vůbec neláká, protože všichni jsou na tom těšení a posraní už dlouho na něho čekají, ale já prostě vůbec nic. A co se týče rerunů, uvidíme, co nám přinesou, já to fakt ještě teď nevím, za chvilku se to dozvíme a podle toho si řekneme, co a jak mám v plánu. Tady aj vidíme jako náhled obrazovky, tam je tady na Hida, takže tam asi bude na ní rerun. Samozřejmě ten příběh tam bude, nevím, jestli tam nějaký Sumeru festival, nebo já nevím. Nebudeme to zdržovat, nebudeme se dívat na ten trailer, protože ten bude i v tom videu. Je to 28-minutové videjko, takže jdeme na to.
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence.
The history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Teyvat. Dragon King?
We were victims of the apocalypse. We also became the apocalypse itself.
Is this what they've become after experiencing the apocalypse?
No one can withstand the power of the apocalypse.
Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow.
Is there any way to avoid fighting them? Hey, wait!
Life, death, and the world around us all follow a set of laws. A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
Feast your eyes!
Káve. Asi to vyslovuju špatně.
The competition is heating up. Oh, and here's Kave bringing up the rear.
Káve. Dobrý, OK. Tak jako zatím Šudu bajzová, no uvidíme, já vůbec nevím ty spely a tak, viděl jsem to, ale zatím trailer viděli jsme nové enemáky, což bylo líknuto, viděli jsme tam nového weekly bosse, teď má nové představené nové postavy, nový příběh, ten vypadá zajímavě, abych řekl pravdu, poslední Archon Quest, který byl v updateu 3.5, a tady jsem nedávno dohrál, byl úplně krátký, sice byl zajímavý, ale byl strašně krátký a takový zvláštní za mě, takže tam taká drobnost. Jsem zrovna na ten další.
Nice.
Whoa! Wow.
Awesome!
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Aguilar and welcome to the Genshin Impact version 3.6 special program. Wow, I didn't expect we'd appear right after the trailer this time.
A ještě taká věc, ta
I hope you all
hudba.
enjoyed that. Anyway, we've
Miho
got
jo,
a
nebo spíš
jam-packed
Genshin,
program today, and
lidé z
we
Genshinu ví,
have
jakou hudbu
more
dělat, ta
hosts
hudba
than
zase byla
usual.
super.
So, why don't we go around and take a moment to introduce ourselves?
Sure thing. Hey everybody, it's so good to see you all again. I'm Kimberly Ann Campbell, the voice of Nahida. I'm so excited to finally be back and share new content with all of you.
Oh, well, if it isn't the renowned traveler.
Hello, everyone. My name is Anjali Gunapanani, and I'm the voice of Dory. Thank you for always supporting the business of Lord Song.
Že Dory, že by měla v těch příběhu bude mít nějakou roli a že by byla jí na ní větší drop, jak budou vyše.
Yeah, I'm pretty good, thanks, doctor. But I do have this problem where I am way too obsessed with my cute little chibi. Hello.
Aw, me too.
Anyway, I am sure a lot of our viewers have already seen our characters pop up in the game by now.
True, yeah, you've all been a part of the traveler's journey at some point or another.
That's right, and we'll be seeing everyone again to experience some new stories together in the upcoming version.
Yeah, I can't wait.
Yeah, me too. I think we're ready to jump into some upcoming content, like, I don't know, one of our new playable characters in version 3.6. Let me know if I'm saying this right. I think his name is Baiju? Baiju? Is that how you say it?
Real subtle, Sean.
Bajžu,
Nice.
bajžu.
I'm sure everyone's waiting to see which event wish the new characters will be appearing in. So, let's get to our first redemption code.
Redemption
In the
code.
meantime, everyone
No já
will
jsem hlavně
also
zvědavý,
be able to check
jaké
out some
postavy
details
budou
about the version 3.6
oznámeny
event
na
wishes.
update 3.7.
good.
Sice ještě nevyšel update 3.6, ale už se těším na 3.7. Oni to mají takhle. Oni to spravili, takže jak oni dávají už ty kódy a nedávají tam ten obrázek, tak už tam jaké postavy budou v event wishu. Takže jdeme na to. Takže se potvrdilo, to se mluvilo. Kdyby náhodou ještě někdo to si pustil dříve, tady máte vlastně napsáno, kdy to je, do 1.4. do 12 hodin, myslím, že by to mělo být do soboty do noci. Tady má ten kód. Doufám, že vám nevidí ta lišta, ale první event wish, první část, takže tam nebude ani nová postava Bajzu, ani ta čtverka asi, ale bude tam Rýra na Nahidu a Rýra na Nilou. Takže, abych řekl pravdu, Nahidu mám, lakersky jsem dostal, takže já ji nepotřebuji na C1. Neříkám, že by to se nehodilo, bylo by to super, ale není to postava jako Ayaka, má to waifu, kterou nejvíc hraju a nejvíc se mi líbí, že ji chci mít co nejlepší, nebo na C6 by bylo úplně super, ale všechno s mírou, takže tam jo, ale na Nahidu určitě ne. Takže bych mohl teoreticky zkusit její katalysm weapon, ale nevím, nějak si ji nehraju, takže není potřeba, i když bych mohl dát komukoliv jinému, ale když mám ji, tak ji. Co se týče Nilou taky mám lakersky docela, jsem měl ty postavy, když by poprvé vycházely minulý rok na podzim, takže ji mám. Co se týče jejího 5kového meče, ten by se hodil, i když se mi k ní moc nehodí, ale ten 4kový, který tam měla, ten se mi líbil, ale říkám, opět to není nic, co bych nutně potřeboval vyšovat. ale uvidíme, ale já si myslím, že ne, takže OK. Tohle o tom se mluvilo, že bude nahlídání Nilou, takže to se potvrdilo, takže ještě uvidíme, kdo bude té druhé části. OK, no. Já si myslím, že tenhle update skipnu všechno vyše a budu prostě šetřit a jak oznámí za pár dní mýho, Genshin, vývojáři z Genshinu, co budou v příštím updateu za postavy, tak co budou v příštím updateu 3.7 za postavy, tak prostě budu mít našetřeno. Takže nová pětková postava Dedro Baizu a Ganyu. Já mám pocit, že Ganyu byla nedávno, a možná se pletu, nebyla na konci minulého roku, nebo někdy, nebo koncem léta byla. No, co se týče těchto postav, tak mě to opět neláká. Neříkám, že Ganyu bych nechtěl. Ganyu bych třeba rozhodně chtěl, ale protože to v druhé fázi toho event vyše, takže v druhé polovičce updateu, kde už se bude vědět, jaké nové postavy budou v novém updateu 3.7, tak to nevím, no. Sice mám Ganyu look, ale ten mám na Yelan a na Yelan, kdybych to dal ten Ganyu look jí, tak bych na Yelan neměl look, takže asi nic. Jedině, že bych zkusil Ganyu pár vyšů, že bych zkusil tu čtverkovou postavu, což vždycky dělám, vždycky, když je nová čtverková postava, tak se snažím pár vyšů, abych ji získal. Zatím nová čtverková postava, co je, Mika, tak jsem ještě ho nezískal, a to už jsem dal přes 60 vyšů, jen tak mimochodem. Jo, takže jenom bych to zkusil asi, ať ho mám, ty čtverky všechny, co vyšly. Já ho zkoušet bojzovat nebudu, jenom asi tu Ganyu. Takže OK, za mě, co se týče postav zklamání. Hejtěte mi, jak chcete, každý má svůj na to názor, ale za mě je to zklamání. Jak už jsem věděl, že ho oznamovali tady ty dva, vy ho nevidíte, se omlouvám, tak a posunuji rámeček, takže nic. Takže nic vám ukážu, ale už určitě to viděli a víte, tak prostě já to můžu vlastně zmenšit, asi to nepomůže. Tak mě prostě jsem věděl, že mě to nebude lákat ty postavy. Jo, takže tohle jsem upřímný, kdyby se někdo ptal, jestli je budu vyšovat ty nové charaktery, tak ne. Co se týče rerunu, tak z největší pravděpodobností ne, jenom bych zkusil tak na 20% Ganyu. Že tam bude s ní i ta čtverka, jo. Ale fakt jenom zkusit. Podle toho, kdo bude oznámený v updateu 3.7, což by tam mělo být něco, co se mi bude určitě líbit a budu chtít. Takže OK, za mě postavy zklamání. A hejtěte si mi, jak chcete. Každý to je něčí názor, za mě zklamání. Tak, ale líbí se mi to, jak to udělali. Minulý vždycky měli ten kód a nic to, a teď už to mají to, takže OK. Nové pětkový katalyzor pro Bajzova. OK. Já bych měl vyšovat někde i prostě jenom ty zbraně, ale nevím, no. Abych řekl pravdu, po streamu ještě půjdu asi na Genshin, jsem ještě dneska nehrál, a budu vyšovat a jakou ještě dal.
You're about to collapse, aren't you? The doctor will see you now.
Taking a turn for the better.
Okay, that snake was awesome. Also, its design totally popped up on Baiju's shield.
I like that.
The shield,
I'm
no.
afraid of snakes, but Chung Chung sounds so cute.
Yeah, me too. And also, random thought, but isn't Baiju the first male character with glasses?
Oh, wow. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think you're right. Personally, I love his voice. Think it's amazing. Also, you can't go wrong with purple pants.
První mužská postava s brýlema, jo?
Okay, let's talk about Baiju. Baiju is a doctor at Boo Boo Pharmacy and is skilled at healing his patients. His abilities have helped Boo Boo Pharmacy make a reputation for itself in Liyue Harbor. But most importantly, Baiju is a gentle and refined physician, and his heart is dedicated to helping the world. He tends to anyone who comes to Boo Boo Pharmacy seeking medical attention, regardless of their wealth or status.
Ah.
Oh, I see. So he's that kind of doctor.
What kind did you think he was?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of thought he might be the type of doctor who does good things, but with his own nefarious plan. You know, like, I can save you, but for a price. I guess he just seems kind of
Ty
mysterious.
jsi laker, tak bych se nedivil.
Well, I give
Vy jste
your
dostal aj to.
imagination some credit, but sorry, he isn't quite the suspicious
Ti
doctor
lidé,
like you
co do toho
imagine.
nevraží
In fact,
vůbec
he's actually
peníze,
a
anebo
custom
málo,
physician
minimální
among the
počet
people of
peněz,
Blue Harbor.
tak mají větší
Everyone
lák než ti, co do
prefers
toho
to
vrazí
survive,
moc peněz.
no matter how serious the problem may be. But even though he works as a skilled physician,
Bohužel
his
tak
own
to je.
condition isn't so great.
I know people say that
Že oni ví,
doctors
že
are
ti
the
lidé,
worst
co do toho
patients.
hrazí hodně
Is
peněz,
that the case
tak oni
for
to svaně
Baiju
jim
as
nedají
well?
tu danou věc, protože ví, že do toho další
And I
peníze
don't want to
vrazí.
give away any spoilers, so travelers will have to check him out in game to learn more about his story. So, zip, that's all you hear out of me.
Okay, well, no matter what happens, I just hope that he'll be able to take care of himself.
Ne,
Me
vůbec.
too. But besides his health, Baiju also has some other troubles to worry about. For example, Director Hu will sometimes put up ads outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy to promote her funeral parlor. On top of that, poor little Chi-Chi is terrified of Hu Tao. So there are some days where Baiju really has his hands full.
Yeah, that does sound like something that Hu Tao would do.
As fate would have it, Baiju's master and the former director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor both studied together under the same master. But the two had differing views on the concepts of life and death and ended up going their separate ways. Their differences were passed down to their apprentices, which has led to Baiju and Hu Tao's different views. In version 3.6, travelers will be able to play through Baiju's story quest to hear some of Baiju's inner thoughts and learn more about this caring doctor.
Interesting.
Jasné.
I can't wait to check it out.
In his search for discovering new treatments and cures, Baiju will often choose to test new medicines on himself. As you spend time with Baiju in the field,
Když
you
sbírá
can
suroviny,
make
tak
use
se
of his
healuje.
knowledge of herbs and
Aha.
interact with certain harvest
Nebo když ho máš v
items,
týmu, partě,
which
tak to je
will heal
dobrý.
your current active character.
So, since Baiju is a doctor, I think it's
Takže ho
pretty
máš
safe
prostě
to say that most of his combat abilities
ve
are
skupině
focused on
a tvoje
healing,
postava
right?
nějaká není
Yep,
vyto,
that's right. Baiju's
nemá
treatment
životy,
in
tak se
battle is
vyhiluješ
usually
sbíráním
performed in
surovin, no?
steps.
Nebo
Step
květ,
one is to
rostlin, tak.
control a wandering sprite that cruises through the enemies and restores
Tak zase se
HP
aspoň
to
vrátíš do té dané
teammates.
oblasti, že?
Step 2 is to create a shield. When the shield refreshes, ends, or is broken, not only will it provide healing, but it will also deal dendro damage.
Takže healuje
to
ten
enemies.
shield
Baiju
a plus
believes
dává
that
deal
even in a
damage.
difficult spot, as long as the diagnosis and treatment are
Dává
done
damage.
properly, lives can always be saved.
Sweet. Looks like we'll be able to try out some new team compositions with him in mind.
For sure. Well, all right, I think that's all we have for Baiju. So let's move on to our next playable character. I bet many travelers already know him well.
I'm glad you gave me a chance. I always think it takes people with similar tastes to sustain a pleasant conversation.
Po dlouhé době, co vycházely samé ženské charaktery, konečně mužské.
Come at me. Breaking new ground.
Pokud nemáš postavu, která má něco podobného, tak určitě není špatné. Já to neříkám, že je špatné, ale prostě mě to neláká obyšovat.
Cool.
Káve.
Nice.
Okay. Did you see him make dendro
Uchida
cores
Uyuma.
explode on command? That'll be useful for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. And the toolbox, he has some cool accessories. I am jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm loving those animations. Super cool.
Okay, so since Kaveh has some connections
Kaveh.
with Dory, I'll introduce
Jak
him.
tank, káve.
Kaveh is an architect and has this keen sense for beauty and the arts that he's developed ever since he was a child. Not to brag or anything, but his magnum opus is the Palace of Alcazarzaray, which is crazy coincidence where Dory lives. And his designs not only provide the required functionality, but also greatly incorporate his own artistic taste, making them feel unique and noteworthy.
Well, he sounds like a genius, so he must be pretty successful.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't quite lead the life of success and carefree spending like you might imagine. It's actually kind of the opposite. He hardly has enough more to survive.
Mood.
Okay, so he's broke. Interesting. Why's that?
Well, it kind of comes down to Kave's personality. He's a very perceptive person, so he has this sensitive and delicate side to his character. He also has a strong sense of empathy and can understand the emotions and thoughts of different people, which may actually be one of his sources of artistic inspiration. For example, when someone is trying to sell something to Kave, all they have to do is make up some story about how the proceeds go to helping poor children, and he'll practically hand over his Mora. Like all of it.
Wow, what a nice but gullible guy.
Yeah. And on top of that, he doesn't limit himself with the cost of construction. And take the Palace of Alcazarzaray as an example. Maybe only a real maniac architect like him, who doesn't care about the costs, could ever build something as amazing as that. So you gotta respect him for that.
Yeah.
But it's probably these kinds of situations that have made him become roommates with I'll Hate Them.
But aren't like I'll Hate Them and Kave polar opposites? We see them bicker all the time.
About what?
Well, Kave thinks that I'll Hate Them lacks feelings for others and always disagrees with his point of view. But like Anjali just said, Kave can understand how many people feel, but understanding doesn't always mean agreement.
Right. Yeah, I think we're starting to understand Kave's character a little better now. So next we can move on to some of his talents.
Yeah, for sure. As an architect, Kave can help everyone save some materials when creating furnishings.
To se
And
hodí.
his mapping abilities might come in handy during battle. As a unique and creative designer, Kave must always bring tools with him. His toolbox, named Marak, not only provides Kave with tools, but also has many interesting uses. For example, Marak's mapping ability allows him to scan the battlefield, causing all dendro cores within a certain AoE to burst immediately.
Nice.
In addition to that, when Marak completely releases its energy, it converts Kave's attack damage to dendro damage and increases Kave's combat capabilities.
Okay.
You don't need to worry about triggering all those dendro cores at the same time.
Jako kombinovat ten dendro element z
In fact, one of Kave's
hydro a
talents actually causes
si
him to
combination.
recover a set amount of HP when he takes damage from a dendro core.
It's always good to have a reliable partner like that.
Ale může
Chong
healovat, no.
always gives Baiju a lot of help too, you know.
Exactly. But Marak is pretty remarkable. It can even wield a sword for Kave.
That's a pretty awesome toolbox.
I know, right? Okay, so that should be just about everything we have for Kave.
How should I say this? I think his character has more depth than we expected.
Well, he is a distinguished architect from the Nation of Wisdom, so we shouldn't underestimate him.
Yeah, Kave will be appearing in the main event
No
for
asi
version
to je jak
3.6.
ta
Maybe we give some details about
Diona, ne Diona.
Oh, okay,
Dory.
I got this one.
Takže questy. To je jak ta Dory, ta teď se dostačí jak Beyblade na tím Slimovi. Tak za mě jako, co se týče, teď nevím, co jsem chtěl říct z těch postav, sledě po dlouhý době teďka, co první fázi Vishu jsou reruny a v druhé fázi, což není to poprvé, už to kdysi taky bylo, ale teď to dlouho nebylo, že až v druhé fázi jsou ty nové postavy. Teď všechny předešlé updaty, vždycky v první fázi byla nová postava, 5ková, rerun 5kovej, a v druhé fázi byly 2 třeba rerun postavy 5kové a tam byla ta nová 4. Jo, a teďka je po dlouhé době, že tak, to je docela ryb, protože pokud oznámí nějakou fakt dobrou, pěknou postavu a v druhé, a to už se bude vědět, a v té druhé fázi všichni budou bajzovat a vyšovat a pak znova našetřit na tu další novou, která bude třeba hned v první fázi, tak to je docela ryb. Takže tu máme ten hlavní nějaký event, ve kterém budeme získat Faruzan, 4kovou postavu.
Our main event for version 3.6
Okay.
is the Academia Extravaganza. In addition to the variety of celebrations, the event also serves as a chance for the 6 Darshans to compete. The Extravaganza consists of 2 main parts, the Wisdom Gala and the Inter-Darshan Championship. In the Wisdom Gala, the 6 Darshans have prepared 6 corresponding activities to show off the style of each respective school. As for the Inter-Darshan Championship, each of the Darshans will be selecting a single member to represent their school in a large competition.
Great. So maybe we can talk about some gameplay that travelers can expect to see. It sounds like we'll be getting a total of 6 different game modes this
A
year.
si myslím nebude.
That's a lot.
Yeah, each of the 6 Darshans will be compiling their research to provide fun mini-games for everyone to enjoy. For example, Layla's Rdawahis Darshan will be setting up an astrolabe used for studying astrology at their booth. When travelers adjust the astrolabe to the appropriate height and angle, the stars on the astrolabe will light up and form a pattern. This time, the pattern is a cute little fungus.
Aw, that does look like fun.
Nice.
Here's another one. The scholars from Kasharawar will have a game that displays their understanding of mechanisms and architecture. Travelers will learn how to use the least possible materials to build a road that meets certain requirements within a limited space.
Ooh, I'm already getting a lot of ideas for this one.
To je také fany.
It seems travelers will have a lot of freedom to try whatever arrangements they can think of to reach those goals.
Next is Vahumana. They're taking their booth pretty seriously. They will be holding an archaeological activity where travelers will use specialized equipment to detect relic replicas. Travelers will have to carefully observe the surrounding environment as they search, and even eliminate external interference affecting the detectors to find the relic replicas.
Oh, well, this is all very nice, but are there any games where we won't have to go running around as much? I'm lazy.
Yes, there's something for everyone in these game modes. With this one, you can just relax and stay put while you listen to a story. But as you're listening, you also get to ask the storyteller some questions. If you're able to ask and uncover some key information, then you'll receive some clues to lead you to the truth of the story.
Very mysterious.
To je navíc pro mě.
Automod, on the other hand, is preparing a small combat experiment to put travelers' combat abilities to the
Bez
test
fightu by
within
to
a set
nešlo
amount
zas.
of time. Of course, they'll kindly provide a variety of potions to help travelers overcome situations in the experiment.
Awesome.
Very cool. And last but not least is a little bionic experiment set up by Tainari's Amorta Darshan. Travelers will be able to control replicas of various creatures and
zvířátka budeme ovládat.
a specific rhythm.
Nebo skákat a uhýbat.
We have for the Wisdom Gala. So which Darshan's events are you all most excited about?
Oh, you know, Spontamod, because that's what I'm all about. Like combat and battle and victory and never losing. Ever. Never
Confident,
dying.
are we?
Oh,
Wow. I like the star one. I like stars. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I'm most excited to listen to a story because I think that's about my speed.
Archon Questa.
And let's not forget that in addition to the Wisdom Gala, we still have the Inter-Darshan Championship. This is a contest of wisdom and courage, and you won't want to miss seeing which Darshan is able to claim the title of champion.
Very cool. Oh, and there is one more thing to mention here. Layla's very own Hangout quest will be arriving with version 3.6, so be
Layla
sure not to
quest.
miss it. Okay, that's all.
Right?
Yay, we get to hang out with Layla.
Awesome.
Layla.
Excited to check it out.
Okay, and our next event will also be taking place in Sumeru. Waynute activity has suddenly been on the
To je v
rise.
poušti žádný event ještě ani nebyl, ne? Pořádnej.
Researchers to respond to the problem.
This time, we'll be helping scholars clear the desert of obstructions, assemble the Waynute Slayer cannon, and repel the Wandering Waynute.
The Waynute Slayer Cannon, huh? Wow, yeah, that's quite the name.
As its name implies, it's very effective against Waynute. Our task will be to clear out any monsters nearby and help with the preparations so the cannon can start attacking. I'm sure our travelers will be able to help handle the situation.
Oh, yeah. We also have one other event for travelers to continue improving their combat abilities.
Třetí event.
During the challenge, travelers will have to complete 3 consecutive combat rounds.
Fighty,
During
tak
each
jinak.
round, the system will randomly activate 1 or more of 4 possible effects at set intervals
Taky
of
random
time.
efekty, ok.
So I guess it's safe to say that no 2 rounds will play the same.
I guess not.
Yeah. If the buff you receive happens to synergize with your team composition, then your team will really start to shine. I personally think it's interesting to have these random elements added to the challenge. I feel like it'll bring some fun surprises to the gameplay.
Yeah.
Totally. And these buff effects are all pretty powerful. The travelers should definitely try some different team combinations and see what synergies they can come up with. And also, the Overflowing Mastery event will be returning once again with double drops for a limited
Double
time
dropy
to
na
help
to se
travelers
hodí.
keep leveling up their characters.
Nafarmit si to,
In addition
nachystat
to
si
the
to.
events we've already mentioned, there will be one
To
more
byly 3
event
mini
to take
event,
place in
je vlastně 3 mini eventy, ty menší a jeden velký, jo, takže 4, jo.
No, but before we do that, let's take a quick
Třeba
break
4
and
eventy,
give
z toho
another
zas
redemption
vždycky s většinou bývají 3 malé.
Sounds good. Oh,
A jeden
one
velký, jo,
more
jo.
note, we'll have some info regarding new artifact sets
Nové
during the
artefakty, na to
break,
se těším,
so
na
be sure
Dishiu
not to miss
hlavně.
that.
Takže druhý kód a nové artefakty. Jako takhle se mi líbí ten special program, videjko nebo ten stream, kdybych se díval na Twitchi. Přijde mi to také přehlednější, že když je tu ten kód, tak předtím tam byl ten kód a čekali jste a nic, viděli jste jenom obrazek s kódem. Teďka tu máte dole ten kód a mezi tím vám na té obrazovce, co je nového. Předtím tam byly, jaké postavy budou mít vyšší nebo rerun, teď ukazují artefakty, tak se mi to líbí, tak je to lepší. Tak je nevím, přehlednější, vypadá to pěkněji takhle. Ale nebudu to teď, jo, tady ty jsou na Hydro Damage bonus. A HP plus 20%. To spíš se na to, vím, že tam bylo že jsou ty na Dishiu, což budou asi ty spodní, ty červené, s těma HPčkama. A tam s tím, no.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, we
Nová
are
oblast.
back and ready to show an all-new area being added to the game.
That's right, and I hope you're all as excited as we are. This area is located deep in the desert, in the northwest of the desert of Hadramaveth. According to legends, it was one of the main rifts that monsters were emerging from during the Conria disaster 500 years ago, and the site of a battlefield where God suppressed the power of the abyss. Although it was originally desert, the ecological system has completely changed due to the power of the abyss, and it has become a large, uninhabited area of swamps and wastelands.
So, you're saying that we might be able to uncover some buried secrets about Conria there? On second thought, it kinda sounds like it might be dangerous.
Yeah. Luckily, we
Правда.
have some little helpers to assist us in our search. There will be a pari named Sorush waiting for us that will lend us its abilities, allowing travelers to freely fly across parts of the area and access some locations that would be impossible on foot.
Zastaven mechanismus.
We'll be able to fly around now?
Yeah, this will be your chance to fulfill your dream, Zach.
Yes!
After helping Sorush recover its power, there will be a small event for travelers to help
Jo, to je další
continue
ten
its training.
event,
Guide Sorush
čtvrtý
to
mini
trial the
event.
enemies, conduct speed training, and complete puzzles, so be sure to check it out. Travelers may also encounter a new enemy
boss.
during their journey in version 3.6, the Iniquitous Baptist. Its abilities include using multiple elements in battle and creating shields for corresponding elements to reduce damage. It definitely looks like it'll be a formidable enemy.
That's not all.
A ještě
We
výkyv.
have two more interesting enemies that
Nové
travelers will
animaci.
encounter. The Animo and Hydro Hilly-Churl rogues. These Hilly-Churls are wandering across Tevat and do not belong to any particular Hilly-Churl tribe. Sometimes they assist other Hilly-Churls or tribes in need of help, and they also have a unique combat style.
Even though it seems this place is full of new dangers, that still won't stop the traveler from bringing new hope to the region. Some clues related to Conria are
No za mě
also
fakt
waiting
v tom
to be
updateu
uncovered
největší
here,
hype je
so
asi
it's definitely
pro mě
worth
ta
exploring.
nová oblast na
Last but
prozkoumání.
not least, in version 3.6, the legendary Dragon of Verdure, a pet
Nový vyklý
The
boss.
Dragon of Verdure was once an emerald green dragon that ruled Sumeru, but its color later changed to that of yellow sand. Recently, it seems to be suffering from some kind of illness. Travelers will be making their way to the Dendro Dragon's habitat to face it in battle, so we must be very careful. The battle will be split into 3 phases. An interesting part to take note of is that in the second phase of the fight, travelers will need to
dvě fáze,
protect
no.
the Dendro Dragon from monsters in order to prevent the dragon's illness from getting any worse.
Huh.
Wait, what?
That's different.
Yes, and in the third phase,
My ho máme
the Dendro
chránit.
Dragon will unleash some extremely powerful attacks, so travelers will need to be careful to avoid those.
Oh yeah.
My budeme chránit a pak na nás zautočí, jo.
What the Dendro Dragon has been through and what
Je to
exactly
Dendro
caused
Dragon.
it to change into its current twisted form. Perhaps we'll get some more answers after we've faced it in battle.
Yeah.
The dragon has a close connection with Sumeru's history and gods. Going into its lair and determining what's causing its current condition is an important task and will be helpful to the entire nation of Sumeru. So, if you'd like to learn more about the Dendro Dragon, then be sure to check out Chapter 2 of Nahida's
Chapter
Story
2.
Quest.
Nahida Story
for sure.
Quest.
I think there'll be a lot of interesting things for travelers to learn in this one, so be sure to look forward to it.
Absolutely. And that's about all
Takže
we have for
Baizu,
new content in the
Nahida,
upcoming version.
má nový story
But
quest,
before we wrap
potom ta
things up,
čtverka tam má
we have an
nový.
announcement regarding Genshin Impact's music. The second album for the Sumeru region, titled The Unfathomable Sand Dunes, will also be releasing soon.
Oh, nice.
Nice. I love the Sumeru.
No Archon Quest je ta oblast, ta poušť, to chápu
This
dobře.
album is comprised
Já jsem
of
to jak
3
myslel.
discs, compiling all the original music that the Hoyo Mix team created for the Sumeru region, spanning versions 3.1 to 3.6.
Okay, this is super cool. I'm super excited.
Be sure and pick that up.
I'm hyped.
Right, so let's watch a trailer of the new OST and give our final redemption code of the day.
Ta hudba je dobrá, té poušti by mohla být na poslouchání. Genshin má dobrý soundtrack. Takže Archon Quest je ta nová oblast, kde se podíváme a tajemství a 12 nové story questy. Jo, tak oni to měli předtím takhle, měli obrázek a tak, ale což chápu, už nemají co ukázat, ale když představují ty nové postavy nebo reruny na vyše a ty artefakty nebo něco nového zbraně, tak je to dobrý udělané. No, za chvilku si to zhrneme, můj názor na ten update, no. Je to po dlouhé době, co nějaký update mě vůbec nelaká. Ale 2 story questy pro 5 postavy, Archon Quest, pro 4 tam je ten příběh, eventy,
Right, so it seems like there's gonna be a lot to enjoy in the new version.
nová oblast, nové
You
artefakty.
know what? I'm looking forward to spending more time with Nahida in her new story quest chapter, and confronting the new Dendro dragon.
Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. I'm super happy to have gotten to come on this special program today. It was my first time. This is so cool. And also that trailer was so
Tak
cool.
už tam zase byla ta Dory, ale OK.
I think it's really cool that people will get to discover more about Baiju and that there's more to him than just the man who works at the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
It's got layers.
True that. I'm looking forward to the new area, new playables, and of course, the Academia Extravaganza looked super fun to me.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, this is the end of the special program. It's been so great hanging with you guys.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you for having me again.
Of course, this is the end. I'll see you guys all in game.
Bye-bye.
Já si myslím, že bude mít jako drop většinou. Tak za mě je ten update, jak jsem říkal tež, pro mě to je slabší update, někdo řekne, co na tom slabého a tak. Tak co se týče nových postav, tak ty mě nelákají, ať už byly hned jak byly oznámené. Neříkám, že jsou špatné a tak dále, že nemají určitě skilly, které by se hodily a tak, ale prostě mi to neláká, tak proč to vyšovat. Dále, co se týče rerunů, většině z těch postav v té první fázi Nahidu ani low nemám ty zbraně. Ty zbraně mě nějak nebaví vyšovat, takže nemám ani nějak v plánu, ale hodili by se, ale nebudu to dělat. V druhé fázi je nová 5ková postava Baizu, takže nic. A rerun na Ganyu. Co se týče té Ganyu, z 20 až 30% ji vyšovat budu, zkusím pár vyšů, multivyšu spíš, neboť ať mám šanci získat tu novou 4kovou postavu, takže tady ten architekt, KV, nebo jak se jmenoval. Takže to bych zkusil, jinak budu šetřit celý update opět primogemy na postavu, kterou zanedlouho oznámí, která bude v novém updateu 3.7, což jsem hodně zvědavý, kdo tam bude teda, co sledujete líky, tak víte, nebo co se spekuluje, takže tak. Co se týče té nové oblasti, to se těším, něco nového na prozkoumávání, takže nové animaci, nový boss, nový weekly boss, takže zkusit příběh za Nahidu a tak dále. Nové artefakty, které asi zkusím, nebo uvidíme, a prostě nějaké uvidíme nazbírat. No a co se týče eventy, že si člověk zase něco nového vyzkouší, když ty fighty, některé, to je furt něco dokola, a něco tam je opět nového, to zase neby znělo zle, že to je furt dokola. Ne, je tam aj něco nového. Takže odměny a primogemy, 4 postava na získání, takže za mě to bylo také slabší, jsem zvědavý na příští update, na kterou oblast se zaměří. Pokud se nepletu a pokud to správně bude, tak by se to mělo, nevím jestli už 3.7, myslím, že update 3.7, tak update 3.7, já vím, to už ještě je to dál, jako ještě nevyšel ani update 3.6, ale v updateu 3.7 by se to mělo zaměřit na Inazumu a Inazuma charaktery, ale uvidíme. No 3.8 by pak už mělo nás přichystat na Fontánii a měla by tam být konečně moje další top waifu postava Eula, ale to už je do budoucna. Ti z vás, co hrajete Genshin, viděli jste special program, stream nebo videjko z updateu 3.6, napište svůj názor, jak se na něho těšíte a co na něj říkáte. Ať už na ty nové postavy na Bajzu, a jestli budete vyšovat na ty reruny, na ty artefakty, příběhy, novou oblast, na nové animaky a tak dále, můžete se vyjádřit do komentářů. Budu za to moc rád, já si to přečtu, můžete tam psat své rady, tipy, nebo a tak dále, nebo pokud chcete a víte, co nás čeká v budoucnu, tak můžete mě třeba napsat, jestli už víte, co nějaké leakeři, co odhalí, ale poté, co vyjde update 3.6, tak opět nové leaky se zase objeví a tak dále. Ale to je ode mě vše. Já všem děkuju, co přišli během streamu na stream, nebo jenom na to klikli, nebo ti z vás, co se díváte ze záznamu. To bude pro dnešní stream a zároveň záznam videjko všecko. A já si myslím, že se s váma můžu rozloučit. Budu rád, když se uvidíme u příštího special program streamu z Genshin Impactu nebo nějakých dalších streamů z jiných her nebo z Genshinu nebo dalších videí. A já se s váma teda loučím a u dalších videí a streamů čau.